This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026. I'm Alex Brown. Just 5 months after breaking ground, the American Center for Manufacturing and Innovation is expanding its national security industrial hub in Bloomfield by about 400 acres, bringing the total to more than 1,500. ACMI Properties CEO David Dow said the expansion reflects interest from companies that want to locate at the hub and near its anchor tenant, Prometheus Energetics.
Prometheus increased their footprint by well over 100 acres in the last iteration, and we have significant demand for the remainder of the space from tenants within that supply chain, so we want to make sure we have enough capacity.
Texas-based Spinner North America and New York-based iRocket plan to establish operations at the campus. Their financial investments were not disclosed, but Dowell said it was in the hundreds of millions of dollars. The Charlestown Advisory Plan Commission this week gave its approval for a $105 million data center after a contentious meeting that featured heavy opposition from residents. The 4-3 vote paves the way for Florida-based developer Clever to build the facility, which is expected to bring up to 20 full-time jobs to the southern Indiana city. Plan Commission President Ronald Blevins, who voted against the measure, said he felt the project did not meet the city's standards for light industrial use. A timeline for the data center's construction was not immediately known. The founder and former CEO of Indianapolis-based marketing firm TrendyMinds has returned to the chief executive role nearly 2 years after stepping down. Trevor Yeager, who launched the agency in 1995, said he made the decision to return to lead the firm through its next chapter by advancing its artificial intelligence capabilities. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
West Central Indiana is essential to Indiana's future. Join IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the state of Indiana to explore regional growth Thursday, August 13th in Terre Haute for Innovate West Central Indiana, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Featuring Governor Mike Braun and business and community leaders, join us at the Indiana State University Holman Center Thursday, August 13th in Terre Haute. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate.
The Fish-Off International Chamber Music Competition has grown from a small local contest into one of the largest events of its kind in the world, drawing more than 200 ensembles a year from across the globe to South Bend. Nearly 60 ensembles qualify for in-person rounds at the University of Notre Dame each year, with junior and senior divisions spanning strings, piano, wind, and brass. Executive Director Josh Airy.
That grand prize winner, as well as some of the other winners, receive not only cash prizes, but opportunities to perform here in the Midwest in residencies where they perform formal concerts, but also lead workshops, master classes, go into the schools and present wonderful interactive educational programming. They also have opportunities to go further throughout the U.S., play on different concert series, as well as throughout the world, including concert opportunities in Abu Dhabi. And Fish-Off was born as an educational institution first. We are here not to award prizes only, but we're here to provide opportunity and enhance careers and brighten the lives of everyone that we can through chamber music.
The organization reaches about 6,000 students and community members each year through outreach programs in St. Joseph and Elkhart counties, as well as Berrien County in Michigan. Evansville-based Old National Bank is reporting record second quarter net income of $249 million, up from $121 million during the same period last year. Additionally, the bank announced structural changes today to its senior-level executive leadership team. Old National is establishing an operating group which will serve as a subset of the full executive leadership team. The 8-member group, led by CEO Jim Ryan, will focus on enterprise strategy and alignment, emerging growth opportunities, and other critical enterprise-wide initiatives. An artificial intelligence-powered platform designed to help community health centers keep eligible Medicaid patients from losing health coverage because of missed paperwork and administrative errors is being piloted in Northeast Indiana. Perenna Health, a company created through a collaboration among Fort Wayne-based Parkview Health, the University of Notre Dame, and the South Bend-based 1842 Fund by Alloy Partners, has developed the Medicaid Coverage Navigation Platform. Alloy Partners CEO Elliot Parker.
Everybody's worried about the rising costs, the administrative burden in healthcare. That's why our healthcare is so expensive. Administrative costs go up. Well, here's a very real, concrete example of what that looks like in practice. You have people losing their Medicare coverage for administrative reasons, missed paperwork, document gets lost, doesn't get turned in on time, we don't get the right information. And that creates all kinds of problems. People's health coverage goes away, their health can decline, they can be put at risk, and then the providers don't get paid either. And so this seems like low-hanging fruit. It seems like something we ought to fix, and we can build a great business around to do it.
The software identifies patients at risk of losing coverage, automates outreach through secure text messages, collects required documents, and tracks cases until they are completed. Lucas Oil Stadium General Manager Eric Newberger is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.